Good morning. It is midnight. I have to dry my pan. I keep forgetting about that black smoke when I wash my pot. Boys and girls, I have had a very, very busy day. Although I slept most of the day, but I was up for the evening. So now it is time to put some loving in my stomach. Baby, please. So I'm having some chicken thighs tonight. I'm going to put a little bit of, I'm hoping that is the water from the stove, because you see the smoke. I don't play. Mm. Oh yeah, I see the water. So I'm gonna put. I definitely am gonna put butter in this pan, and I am going to put some olive oil in the pan real quick. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. In this pot, I have a sweet potato boiling, and I'm going to let this heat a little bit. I'm gonna turn it down, of course, because I don't want it to start bubbling up. And I have some chicken thighs here that I already took off some skin and some of the fat, but I can't take it all off. So. My hand is sore, and I've been washing my hand all afternoon. So I'm just going to put this in the pan like this. And I saw someone's video a long time ago. I don't know that man's name. He's from another country, and he left the fat and everything. Most of it. He left a lot of it on, but as you can see, I did do some trimming. This is going out in the hallway, so it's not going in my garbage can. I'm going to let this simmer a few minutes. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I'm cutting up some garlic, and I had to purchase peeled garlic because my hands are bad, and I don't need to excuse myself. I'm just showing you. I'm going to cut up some garlic. I'm going to cut up some onions. I'm going to put a little bit of pepper in it too. And when I say pepper, I mean green pepper, yellow pepper, whatever the color it is that I have. Mm-hmm. Oh. Woo! Boys and girls, onions tell a lie. Woo! Onions tell a lie. Sorry. Woo! Yeah. Boys and girls, this garlic is gonna make somebody cry tonight. Tonight. Somebody's gonna be like, who the blood is cooking at midnight? Me, boys and girls. What up, blood? I'm trying to ease up on the butter, boys and girls. I'm trying. Woo, that smells good. That smells good. Ooh, Lord have mercy. Now, I'm going to tell you, I only want one seasoning on here, but give me a minute. I did put fresh garlic in there, and I only want garlic and parsley, so I'm going to take some parsley from this jar here. It's not open yet. I'm going to take this parsley here and put it in the pan. I don't know why, but this is the flavor I want for today, so that's all I'm going to use, just parsley, garlic. And I'm going to show myself some love by putting a lot of parsley on there. Hopefully it tastes good. And then I'm going to put a little bit of garlic powder, although I do have garlic on there, but I'm going to put some garlic powder on there as well. And then I have to show myself some special love by putting a dash of salt in there, just to wake up the flavor. That's it. Nothing too much. Nothing too much. I don't know, I forgot his name. I can never cook like him, I'm going to tell you that much. But I watched him make some type of chicken that I've never heard of. And it was in a country somewhere, and it was like a little chicken, not a Cornish hen, not a chicken, something different like that. And it was very interesting to watch when I saw him cooking, and he cooked it in some type of oven a big oven, something like a pizza oven or something like that. So I did watch that. I enjoyed it. Now I'm gonna put my top on it, but I'm trying to think. I see enough liquid in there, so I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. I don't want it to actually burn out. And I'm kind of trying to figure if I left something out. But I'm gonna do a little taste of the actual foil in the bottom. Boy, woo! I can't wait to eat. That is good. Woo, I think I'm good there now. I don't know if I should call it. Oh, okay. I got to. Let's. Look at that there, boys and girls. See the browning? Let me get another taste since the vitamins and all that stuff is in there. Now, I want a little bit more color on there, and I may want a little bit more flavor, but I'm gonna let that simmer like that. I need a break, boys and girls. I can't take this heat in this kitchen. I have the window open, but I kid you not, this heat is dangerous in this kitchen. Lord have mercy. Woo! Woo! I am just having a marvelous morning because I'm falling asleep. I have to stay here now in this kitchen to keep from falling out because I am getting tired. But I went in there to take my garbage out. Now I have to take some potatoes and put it in the hallway because I will not be cutting up any more potatoes anytime soon. At least I hope not. But I'm going to pause this for like 10 minutes and sit down. I did a lot of cleaning up, so I have a chair right now, right here in my hallway that I'm going. Matter of fact, it's not in my hallway. Yeah, it's in my hallway. See it right there? I didn't even realize it was there, but whew. I'm gonna put it right here so I can wash my daggone pot, boys and girls. You don't want to kill yourself up in here. Whew. But this air from this living room is a little break from what's on this stove. It's this damn going potato. Should have never got those potatoes. Whew. Ooh, it's almost there. Ooh, nice, nice. Okay. No one has even asked, do I use my oven? Absolutely not. I use it in the winter, but the heat is so high in here, I can't use my oven. I couldn't bake any muffins. I couldn't make the meatloaf. I couldn't do anything because I am not using that oven. No way. Ugh. I don't know what I'm going to do with these potatoes, these sweet potatoes, because I can't boil potatoes in here anymore. That is dangerous. But I have syncope, and syncope you need not to be around a lot of heat. It causes fainting, so I'm trying to get a little air. But oh, if you see the video with my rug, these are the little squares of tape that come with it to hold the mat down. I didn't even realize that it was there, so I have a piece by my doorway. I'm going to use these to lay it down. Now, I'm cooking this meal on March 5th. You will see this video in April. in April because I'm working on something. So there goes that. But oh, this air feels so good on my head, boys and girls. But my chicken, fantastic. It smells divine. But I'll be back. Coral, if you watch this video, please tell me how to brown this chicken faster. And I'm not going to eat this chicken. Oh, okay. It's getting browner. I'm not going to eat it if it's not brown enough for me. I need to see a little bit more color, but it's definitely getting there. There is something I could use if I go to the island store called Browning, but I won't be going outside anymore for a while. I'm going to start going outside maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe in April, to walk about 6 or 7 blocks and then come back home. But for right now, I'm going to turn it down just a little bit more because my vegetables are changing. I put a plate on top of the sweet potato, and it is working very, very nicely. Yeah, there you go. Now, if I was going to have some rice, I would be loving up the rice with this right here. But I'm not having any rice. I'm not having any rice. I really don't like the fact that it's not looking the way I want it. I'm not eating it if it look raw. If you're wondering why I'm taking it out, it's because I plan on eating it. But I'm going to turn my fire up for about a minute or two while I stand here. I just went in my other room and I was cleaning up, and I am so happy. And I don't want to go to sleep right now. I want to go and do a little bit more. So I want to just take out some of my veggies. So I can turn my fire up a little bit. I want my chicken a little browner than that. I did check the chicken, and if you look in there, it's predominantly meat, like cooked. But you know what? I'm not sure, but I think to get it a little browner, I might have to take the top off. So let me take the top off. Ooh. Now I'm gonna check this potato because I need something to eat. I had I don't know when I ate before. I slept most of yesterday. I want to check this potato is very, very nice. The inside, oh, it's very nice, perfect. Oh, I could take that off. So I'm just gonna let that sit in the water. But the potato is definitely done already. And oh, I can hear it. I turned it up. I'm turning it up a little bit right now, but it started to get a little bit more love music. So maybe I should have took the top off. I think Coral might have told me that long time ago. Absolutely, absolutely. Yep, there you go. Yes, there you go. There you go. You see this little piece side over here? I need a little bit of darkness there too. So I'm just gonna move this over to the side. I don't want to overcook it, but I don't. You know what? I'm just gonna let it cook. I'm not eating that. That's for sure. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh yeah. I like that there. Boy, that's singing a strong, Okay. Whew, gotta sit down. Boys and girls, guess what? I don't think I can eat. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. But when I say I'm tired, I don't mean sleepy. I mean exhausted. Exhausted. Mm. I'm exhausted. I absolutely, really and truly wish I'm gonna have to look into one of those meal delivery services or whatever because uh, I just wet a towel so I could put a little water on my face. I don't feel like eating. Ooh, mm, ooh, Lord have mercy. I don't know how much longer I could do what it is I have to do. Ooh, but I really want to taste that sweet potato. Ooh, mm. Uh, I moved some shelves in my room. My table is in here. Two bins under there, and I was at the dining table. I will not lie, but I said, we're not doing that, not today. My friend was here a few days ago, and he said I was telling him that I was thinking of getting rid of the table because I barely use it. He said, no, leave it. He said it's really nice, but he said in his apartment he wished he had somewhere that he can sit down and just sit at the table and eat. That is very, very good. I welcome it. I would like to sit at my table too sometimes, not all the time. But I can promise you, I will be taking a little sleep. I cannot make it to the kitchen to put this in the refrigerator. It's not going to happen. So it's going to go on this table right here, and I'm going to conk out the best I can. But what I am going to do is at least see. I had to take the potato off the stove because I needed to eat a little something before I go to bed. Oh, I didn't even put salt in the pot when I boiled the potato. Potato. I'm catching myself as I say things and I'm correcting myself when I need to be correcting myself when I'm not recording. Potato. Okay, potato. Okay, because I don't like what I'm listening to. So mm, 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 woo, mm. When you detox from sugar, food is amazing when you taste the natural flavors. Oh, I kid you not. I might have to go get that other half potato that I put aside for another day. Does anybody eat the skin of the potato? Mm. 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 Woo. Mm. But I don't have room for much, so I better be easy with it since I do want to taste some of the veggies too. But I need a little sip. I am so thirsty. Tina, was it Tina? I think it was Tina sent me some peppermint tea. Oh, delicious. No sugar, no sweetening packet, just the peppermint and the water. Priceless. So now let's get into the chicken. I have to be very careful. Oh, I kind of figured it was going to happen. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I'm going to have to not record because I'm going to have to eat that chicken with my fingers. Ooh, the knife and the fork is hurting my hands. Mm. That chicken smells good. Mm, mm. Ooh. Mm. 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 Oh boy. Mm. 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 Oh, it was so good. The peppers with the little pieces, the garlic. Oh, the garlic just explodes in your mouth. I would love to have one of them little food trucks. Especially a food truck without a menu, so that whatever I feel like, whatever that comes to me, because I don't know what's going on in my head sometimes. Ooh, I have to have another piece of that. Mm-mm. Mm. 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 Oh my goodness. Ooh. Mm. 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 I kid you not. Someone else would have looked at that plate and thought that food was burnt because of the way it looked. That was flavor, just an abundance of flavor, boys and girls. But I want to eat the chicken, but I need to eat it with my fingers. I can't keep cutting and chopping like that. So thank you so much for watching my video this far. I am so proud of all of you because you have no idea. Oh my gosh, you have no idea. Amen. God provides. I kid you not. I did delete a video because I showed something that I found in my home, but then I thought about something and I said, you know what? Less is more. I deleted the video. It was a really nice video too because I had some other stuff that I wanted to share, but I said, I can't do that. And it was a good thing I did it because I turned around and went to Facebook and I saw someone's post and it was such a nice post. But right now, with so much going on, it's best to just leave some things not said. So I am going to say one thing. I was cooking and I came in here to sit down for a minute. And then I started moving some bins over there and there. And I found 50 cents one place. And then I found 2 pennies another place. And then I found a quarter and 2 dimes another place. So when I say I deleted my video, I was telling something because of something in and out. So I'm just saying I'm still cleaning up, still trying to get out because I can't keep moving and shaking. So I'm finding little pieces of this and little pieces of that. And it could be anything that I did not remember I had. But there comes a time when you get to a habit of putting something somewhere just because, and you never know when you need it. Then after I deleted the video and I realized, I said maybe I shouldn't do that. And I'm gonna say one thing I did delete in another video that I posted. I put aside something for someone because there are times that a person doesn't have to say they need something. I like to use what comes on my spirit and just bestow kindness where I can, especially when someone generally bestows kindness to me. So I put something in the kitchen for someone, but it just so happens that when the person did come to see me, they were not in the best of spirits. So the visit didn't go as it was supposed to go. And I don't want to go into details of why, but if you know me on other sources and you want to know, I'll be glad to tell you. But it just so happens that the person left my home and then I was sleeping, but in the midst of my sleeping, something said boom. So I jumped out of my bed, didn't turn any lights on, and I went to said thing and opened up and pull out, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. But sometimes you have to move what in here tells you and listen. But this evening, I went to, and it's after 1 a.m. now. I went into my email and I got a notice from the motor vehicles. I have to pay to have my car inspected. And the notice came today, and I have this month to inspect my freaking car, which means the piece to my engine is already off and in my trunk. That is $200 minimum to change, then to pay someone to put it on the car. I don't have that either. Then on top of that, I turned around and had this blessing. But what I found in here today, and that I can pay for my damn inspection. Yes, I can. But who's to say if it's going to pass without the cover on the car, since they have to lift the car to do the damn inspection? Kid you not. Boys and girls. So I said to myself, I can do the inspection, but I'm going to ask the man because I go to him. I only go to him for my inspection. And I'm just going to ask him point blank period, come to my trunk. This fell off the car. Is this going to fail my inspection? Because if it fails my inspection, I have no access to keeping my car because I can't afford it. This right here, and I was just saying in that video that I was contemplating on getting rid of the one thing I did not want to get rid of because I worked so hard to have it. And now this is the month I have no choice but to decide because what I need is over $200 and I have no way of getting it unless I actually earn it because I'm not going to ask anyone for any help. And that's just that. But guess what, boys and girls? If it happens, I'm not going to be upset. I'm not going to be upset because I already know that whatever is for me, I'm getting it. Whatever is for me, I'm getting it. So whatever's in the cards will be. I'm just gonna make sure. And tomorrow morning, I'm going for my inspection. Yes, I am, because if anything comes up that's wrong, I have to fix it. Now, I do. Yes, I do. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'm gonna check tomorrow. I just realized. See, that's why sometimes I need to talk. I have somebody that will check that piece that came off my car to see if he can put it back on the car before I go for my inspection. So I will be going tomorrow. And the good thing about him is he's taking whatever I have in my pocket. Trust me when I tell you. You want to know why? Because he's the type of person that knows that I will come to him for everything. But just say if I only have $50 today and I give him the 50, just say I luck up on another 40 somewhere, I will go right to him, hand him the 40, a bottle of water or a sandwich that I picked up somewhere, and leave before he can get the chance to say no thank you, it's okay. Nope. Everybody's time is valuable. So I just realized that I can get my inspection. I may, if this man can forced to stir up some type of way to put this thing back on my freaking car. But, and I just realized I have a lift in this apartment that I don't know how it got in here. Don't know who left it here, but I surely have that lift thing. So if push come to shove, I can ask him to lift that sucker up in my garage and put that on in my car, on my car. So God provides, honey. God provides. I just realized this, so I'm gonna go for my inspection tomorrow. And then while I do my inspection, I'm going to try to figure out how I can just go ahead and have my brakes checked, because I like to check my brakes before the brake light come on. So I'm just gonna put it in. This is March. I'm gonna put it in to have someone check my brakes, next month, and hopefully everything goes right. And then the month after that, I'm just gonna have somebody just check my oil, because I don't want the light to pop on in my car. So it is what it is. I know a friend of mine. He changes his oil so often in his car. His car never has issues. But I'm thankful that I do stuff. I do stuff the way I do. My hands are hurting. But boys and girls, I cannot believe I sat here and ate as much as I ate. But oh, Lord have mercy. Ooh, I want all of the chicken. All of the chicken. Mm, 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 mm. That, ooh, my feet feel so nice on this rug. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, this is really beautiful. Boys and girls, let me tell you something. No matter how hard things get, try to do something for yourself that you absolutely love, no matter how small it is. One of the beautiful things about me that I am absolutely fond of? I don't know what lonely is. I kid you not. Y'all gotta be stopped. Y'all have to stop making me laugh. I am in this house. I've been in this house all day by myself, and I have no idea what lonely is. Now, I kid you not. I would not mind having someone over so we can have a meal. I'm not saying that I'm not human, but when I have to speak for myself, I would prefer to have dinner with someone who wants to have dinner with me. Not because I'm convenient, I'm available, I have the meal, they don't have any money. Any of those issues is okay. But just someone that sit at the table and just, it's okay. But when I look at life and I count my mother blessings, I have to be thankful that I can share a meal with myself, YouTube, and a Hallmark movie and be filled. You know what I'm saying? Good God Almighty. Honey, some of y'all better stop, look, and listen. Whoo! Lord have mercy. Boys and girls, I'm gonna have to get me another YouTube channel, because I need to be talking about some things that I can't be putting on this food channel. I think I'm gonna have to get me another channel, because this is not working for me if I can't get free the way I want to get free, because y'all ladies need some. I kid you not. It is a blessing, and all I want to do now, I went to YouTube and did a few videos. One thing I have to do is watch people's videos from beginning to end. That's my way of giving back. If that's all I can do at times, that is definitely what I'm going to do. But I'm watching romance movies. I was so bad off at one point, I could not watch a romance movie. But now all I want to see is romance movies because people think that romance is not alive. Romance is alive. You have to be just stay within your whatever it is you want. You'll have it. You'll have it. Mm-hmm. You'll have it. Mm, 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 mm. I'm sorry, but I'm eating skin and everything. This potato good. Mm, 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 mm. This potato is so good. Ooh. Mm. I think I did amazing. And I am not putting this in the kitchen until I eat the piece of chicken and the potato. But I'm definitely not going to sleep. Not right now because I made so much progress in that craft room. But it's like maybe like 2 in the morning, something like that. I like to go downstairs and take my garbage out this hour at night. When I say garbage, I mean what does not go into the garbage chute. But I'm gonna I'm gonna say something that has nothing to do with food. So you can leave the room now. If the exit door is to the left. Bye. Get out. See you later. Night, night. I I just texted someone a little while ago. Um, I've known the person for years. The person is very beautiful. When I say beautiful, I mean spirit. Man, and one of the reasons why I feel so bad is because he keeps repeating the same thing over and over, that I gave someone a chance that would not warrant a chance, and I won't give him a chance. But he keeps doing something that really bothers me, and I was never able to speak on it. But he understood and he said, I need you to just tell me what you want. He said, because I keep offering to help you. I can help you pay bills. I have enough money. He said, I'm no longer on anything. And he said, I'm not saying I'm filthy rich. He said, but I can take care of you. So I just got up and I walked away from him because I wanted to be sure that the same tone of voice he was speaking to me in was the same tone I wanted to speak to him in, which was kindness, decency, and respect. And that's it. So I just got up and I walked away for a minute and I just said, you just don't. I need you to look at who you're talking to, and that's it. So he's just said, I keep offering to help you. You need help. What do you want? So I asked him, do you really want to know what I want? He said, yes. So I said, if you want to be with me, you have to commit to me to make me fully understanding that you will not put your mouth on another person while you're with me. He said, what do you mean? I said, just like I said. So he said, I don't be putting my mouth. And I was like, I need you to really understand what I'm saying to you. So he said, you mean you saying you don't want me to kiss someone? I don't know if I said that's not what I'm saying. I don't want you to put your mouth in any capacity on another human being while you're with me. That's it. He said, I can be loyal. You already know I'm loyal. He said, I am honest. And thank God. And I even had to touch his leg and say, I'm thankful for that because I know he is. But he said he proposed to someone and it didn't work out and he hasn't been able to get over it. So although he can be loyal and all that, he can't do the commitment thing because emotionally he's not there. So I said, well, the one thing I'm thankful for is your honesty. I said, because that's all I want. I want you to be honest. So today he texted me about something and then I text him back and to show him my rug. And he loves the purple. He said, Then I realized something, that I'm thankful for his friendship because he is genuinely my friend. So I said, I only want friendship. And he said, we are friends. And I said, only. So now he understands there is no issue talking about future, none of that, because I just think I need what I need. And if I can't have what I need, I owe myself accountability to stay where I am. A friend of mine said, good luck with that. Good luck with that. But you know what? I've had it already. That's why I know it's out there. It's out there. I just don't want to go backwards to look for it. If I stay in whatever delusional, whatever I am with, whoever I am with currently in my mind, that I sleep with in this bed every night, then God will provide safety for me, because then I won't be out there getting caught up in some more drama. But I will not be with anyone again that will put their mouth on me if I can help it to the best of my ability, because it's the only thing that I want. If I have to, and I did tell him, because he said, why would you even ask that? Because wonder would kill me. That's it. And I literally spent 7 years with a man that did not put his mouth on me in any way, shape, or form. I never one time had to wonder about him being unloyal, none of that. And that is one of the reasons why I'm so thankful that I understand that it is definitely out there. But it is not out there the way people think it is. There is a certain dynamic of a person that will never ever do that, and that's the only man that I want. Absolutely not. If I end up, just say a rainbow fell down, and the person that I'm wrapped around emotionally was to walk in front of me right now, there would be no questions about whether or not I would say yes or no. My answer is already written in stone, because the powers that be done fixed it all for me. But I ask God every single day, give me one more day by myself in here. If I can get through midnight, I'll be praising up in here. And then the next day I ask God again, just give me one more day. See, I'm not greedy. I'm not asking for 30 days by myself. I'm just asking for one. For one, every daggone day when midnight reaches, I've been in this house by myself. I say, I get up in here and I worship, buddy. I don't care who you worship. I only care who I worship. But I'm going to tell you, my situation is not what people may think it is, because you see this Bible on my bed. There is something else that's moving and shaking with me. So I know what it is. But if I can't get somebody to believe in this, I know damn well they're not going to believe the other part. But I know something that is absolutely fundamentally true. But I don't know how it works. I'm not sure if it's science or not. And I'm contemplating if I want to look into it. But emotionally, I'm not ready yet. I just have to stay with me and use what I'm feeling, because I'm feeling. And then when someone was in here, whatever, they watched my videos and got angry over something I did not do. That's why I had to part ways in kindness, because sometimes people want to express, but they don't realize that when they're expressing, they're not expressing to the person they should be expressing to. But I love when stuff like that happens, baby. Yes, I do. But when they said you are, and said this magical word, I'm like, and I'm stuck, because I couldn't believe to hear it. And then I didn't want to cut the person off, because I have a tendency of cutting off someone to get something out, but I'm working on not doing that. Then I waited for the pause, and then I said, did you say? And, yeah. Oh, now I understand why me and this person can't get away from one another, because they can understand. But I don't know. We have parted ways, boys and girls, because When I got out of my bed and realized I didn't get a chance to tell the person to go and look in this place and take what you see in there because of the mood that came up in here. But I wish I could tell you, because I did tell you and I deleted the video. But Mary, if you call me, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna have you cracking up when I tell you how the powers that be worked up in here to get me what I needed that I didn't want to open my mouth to say. Boys and girls, but I did make a phone call, maybe 20 minutes after I had got out of the bed for a few minute rest, and I called somebody and I said, "Are you sleep? Am I disturbing you?" And she said, "No." I said, "I just have to tell you something." So I told her something that happened, and she started laughing. She said, "No, yes, I'm serious." And sometimes it's not the big things, it's the little things. Sometimes you could be angry about something, and we already know how I can get angry. We all get angry. Sometimes you could be angry about something, and then someone is standing in front of you, you just let it all out. But then there's a few details that you don't realize that opens the gates to understanding that it's not actually the person in front of you. But I am thankful for stuff like that. So someone else would probably be like, no, no, no. And, I could have got angry, but I'm going to clearly tell you one simple situation. I was already sleeping about maybe 8 o'clock, 8:15 when the doorbell rang. So I had already made it point blank period clear a while ago. Like 7 o'clock at night, I want my door closed for the night. I want to be in here by myself. Those are my relaxing hours. And so I said I was coming, and I looked at my phone. That was well over an hour ago, which means if you wasn't able to come and you knew it was getting close to 7, then I can't make it. Especially when the person doesn't, I'm going to sleep. So I'm in here putting on my socks and I'm talking, but then said person sits in this chair right here. But as they're sitting down, they pull out their cell phone and they're like this. And I'm steadily talking. So I said nothing. I said, let's move into the next room because that's where I needed help at. But then said person sits at the dining table and does this, like this. So as I'm standing there talking, I stopped. I'm standing there and I'm with my hands like this and I'm just looking. Oh, you just want me to stop what I'm doing to do what you want. And I'm like, wow, am I seeing this? So then I'm like, and I had to say no, the behavior. So we got into a teeny bit, but it was not going to escalate because one thing I wasn't going to do is play in the sandbox. Clearly, if I text you and ask you to help me, I'm not asking you to come here and pick up your cell phone and have your cell phone in your hand while you doing this on it. That's not what I asked you to come here for. If that's what you needed to do, you were supposed to stay home. So now I'm going to say to you, and the only reason why I'm going to say it to you is because of who I am. Just say if I went to someone's house and anyone who watches my videos, if anyone said it was differently from what I'm saying now, they will never have access to me again because they'll be lying on me. But just say if I walk into someone's home and I have my cell phone goes face down on the first surface that my hand can reach. And that is where it's going to stay. Absolutely. And I'm going to interchange with people. I was horrified when it happened because that same day I had company. That person never once picked up their cell phone. The entire time it was communication. They were looking at me, I was looking at them, we were conversing. It was human connection with an adult. So I'm sitting here. So then when I started to see this, I said to myself, I was 110% wrong. So I'm an adult and I'm learning, I'm in the process of growing. And I'm getting away from a dynamic of whatever because someone said to me one day that they were a product of their environment. And when I heard that come out of this person's mouth, they lost a lot of respect for me. A lot of respect for me because that is a big, fat, disgusting cop out. Absolutely. So I didn't want to give any more in detail about that. I just left it alone. If that's how you feel, then amen. I rock with you. And the only thing you can do is in a moment of that is respect someone. So I said to the person, I said, it's the behavior. And when I was accused of like bossy and trying to tell. If I ask you for help and I'm saying, well, this is what I need help with, that's the only thing I'm doing. But to say I'm saying, get off your phone and do this, no, I'm not doing any of that. So I don't want to be accused of something that I'm absolutely not doing. But I still didn't say all of that because it was not necessary. What I actually said is no. But I said, just for 1 second, if I had gone to someone's home, I would not be sitting down doing this because obviously I went to their house for them. You didn't come here for that. So then a few minutes later, the shoes was on and they at the door, they leave and everything. And I'm good with that. But then I said something, and the next the visit stayed. But this is why I say I'm prayed up and I'm thankful. I was in the kitchen, and in my mind, I kept saying to myself, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. I said, God, you say you don't give anyone more than they can handle. I can't handle this anymore because I realized that instead of sitting down, standing up, whatever the case may be, and saying, maybe I could have done this, but I did say to myself, maybe if I did not do this, this wouldn't have happened. So I took growth and I've learned. So in that moment, to say what he said, he basically accused me of something I didn't do. And I didn't want to go back and forth, but I felt violated because I was in my home when I had to hear what I had to hear. But then pain came in my stomach like a bow. So next thing you know, I'm like, ah! And then my friend said, see, you always talking about your neighbors. And so then I understood that too. And I completely, but I went into the bathroom, and whatever happened in the bathroom, it was a whole hot mess up in here. And the next thing I know, what the hell came out of you? And it ate my mind up like, ooh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. And I'm sitting there. Next thing I know, I hear the front door close, make sure it was locked and everything. So I sat there. About 2 minutes later, everything was fine and dandy, but I had a feeling for a snack, so I went in the kitchen and got an applesauce. Came in here, sat down, and the only thing I can say was, God, thank you so much because you have provided for me. And then I couldn't stop laughing, and I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. So I said, you know what? I haven't called anyone, so let me just run out there and call somebody. So I called her, and I said, you're not going to believe what happened. And I told her what happened. She said, are you serious? I said, yes. I said, and on top of that, I swear it's everything. I did not do that. I said, now I needed help with the shelf. And what made it so bad, I went to help with the shelf after asking for help because my hands was hurting. And then my friend was like, well, you always said, why do you? And I stopped. I said, I'm learning, put my hands up, and walked out of the room. That meant I understood, walked away, but then he just kept going and going and going and going and going. So I had to I just said, I'm learning, and put my hands in the air. Putting my hands in the air made me feel like I was standing in front of a police officer just asking, please don't shoot me. So when I did that and I came out of the kitchen, that's when I realized I can't do this anymore. We have completely outgrown each other. But the reason why we outgrown each other is because he's dealing with some stuff. And I have nothing but respect for him, respect and love. But when I love someone, I can part ways from them in kindness. So I did say, message him and tell him, thank you. He said, you're welcome. As soon as he said, you're welcome, I blocked him. This parting of ways is permanent. I don't want any more contact whatsoever. So I'm just going to move and shake like the Libra do, and that is part ways because his daughter is a Libra, and if I'm not mistaken, she's born on the same day I'm born, so he understands exactly what happened in here. And like I said, he watches my videos, so there's no secondhand gossiping, none of that stuff. He's watching my video, and thank you for watching my video. Please don't comment. Thank you. Anyway, when I told the person, she said, who was it? And I told her who it was. She was like, oh, no. And I said, yeah. I said, but do you understand when I tell you that I have a blessing going on around me? She said, I absolutely see it. But there was a few things have happened, and it just fell out that it worked in my favor. It worked in my favor. So the only thing I want right now is to be amongst people that are moving and shaking in the direction that I'm going. And one of the things I'm thankful for is a lot of the chasing of the money and all that other stuff right now. I am not, that is completely out of my mind. I just want to make sure that all of this is covered, to make sure I can close my eyes and sleep, and I'm covered. But when the flow starts coming in, I want to be able to keep my mouth quiet. I don't want to be in any type of situation and be like, oh my God. I don't want to. I've done enough of that. Not only that, a friend of mine is up in the money. Two and three in this building are up in the money. And one thing I've noticed about all three of them, they're quiet, moving in silence. So I've learned, one of them, someone was at my door recently, but I saw something, and I was like, oh my God, why did they have to do this in front of me? Because I don't want to see this, so I'm making sure that I don't enter their home anymore. I don't mind going in the living room, but maybe 2 minutes, but purposely I'm not going to do it because I don't want to be around people who have those type of things. But in my life, I am so thankful. I can only say that I am hoping and praying for the day that I can slip a $100 bill in an envelope for Beverly. That's all I can say, because she really and truly, now I kid you not, when I was making my tea today, all I could think about was the blessing that April did for me. Now, I have some black seed oil hand lotion. If I'm not mistaken, it's in my craft room. I'm going to get the black seed lotion, and I'm going to bring it in here and put it on my craft table because I want to make greeting cards. Not, and I did say I wasn't going to craft until tomorrow when my mail come, but I received something in the mail. I received something from an online friend, and in the mail was this piece of paper right here. And I already know that she know freaking well I'm gonna use this to make a card with. So I already took this after I fixed the rug and everything, and I evaluated where I'm gonna chop it off at. But this is going to be a greeting card before I actually go to bed. I'm gonna go to bed maybe about 6 in the morning. But someone will be here if they come and they're here about 11 o'clock. Then I will have a little bit more cushion for the fall that I'm about to take. But hopefully so, because I need to leave here. But hopefully I don't leave. If in order for me to get him to tell me about the inspection, I need to be there about 8:30 in the morning. The person who's coming here is coming after 11, so it's not going to work because I need to get to someone out there. Hopefully he's out there, around 6 in the morning, to where I can see if he can put that piece on my car. Then get down there at 8:30, and the blessing is I have the money to pay it. That's why I always say you don't need a little book. You can just use a water jar, use a cup, a bottle, use a spaghetti jar. Just put a jar over there, put a jar over there, and just you vacuum it up. And I've been in here finding, and I'm like, woo! But I really wish I could show you, but I said no, I can't do that because not everybody who watches my channel is for me, and I've learned that. And I'm thankful for everyone who watches my channel, and I promise you, I pray for everyone who watches my channel. I even lay down in my bed, and the savages, the no good dish rags, I even pray for them. And I'm gonna tell you sometimes what I pray. I hope God reveals to me who they are, and when karma hits them, I hope I'm alive to see it. And I also pray that the person they love most in the world drops dead. I do. I'm honest. I'm as honest as I could be. But I kid you not. Boy, girl. Today, I had a beautiful blessing because someone is trying their best to hate me, and I know they are. And I know they are. And I can feel, and thank God someone else I was talking to on the phone a couple of days, she really understands now that I can feel people. And I felt this person today when they realized that they are still. I said, out my mouth, I said something, hoping that the connection is there. You know that, like, I saw it on TV where they had a can over here and a string, and like a fishing line, and they were talking through it. I kid you not. You do not even have to be in my presence, and I can still feel you. But the blessing is there is a certain dynamic that is not taking place, which means we are still doing this and doing this away, but I wish I could tell you so much, but I need another channel. But I kid you not, today I purposely did something, and I made sure I zoned in and I tuned in, and I got really where I needed to go, and I kept saying what I needed to say to make sure that they can feel every damn ounce of what I was saying. But I kid you not, I'm going to do everything in my power to stay in this house, because who I don't want to see, I do not want to see, because my mind may take me somewhere when I'm out there, and my delivery may not be where I needed to be. And honey, I am not. I am not. Absolutely not walking there. So I want to be right in here. If I'm going out there, I'm going out there to do what the hell I have to do and get back up in here, because these walls right here, I don't I don't care what nobody say. I don't know where I am emotionally. If I was to see somebody outside there, I might, rage might go over me. The car might fly. I might not have control over the brake. You just don't know. Sometimes you have to open yourself up and say, you know what? I have to stay in the house for a while. So, and I will be in this house for most of the. I really can't go outside too much of the summer anyway. But I want to be in this house forever, right here in these walls forever, honey, because I am protected. Who I don't want to see, I don't have to worry about seeing, because they're not going to be knocking at my door. Absolutely not. But I think I'm gonna have to do me another channel, honey, because and some stuff y'all ladies need to stop doing. And I use the word ladies loosely, honey, because every time I turn around on Facebook, I hear somebody talking about, you got to have this money and all this other stuff. Baby, let me tell you something. If that man is not protecting you when he died, and you're not protecting him when you die, y'all doing nothing for each other. Y'all just playing in the bed, little here and there. Y'all are spending time, y'all babysitting, all of that stuff. When you are loving up somebody, you are going to make sure when they drop dead, you are good. And when you drop dead, they are good. That is what you call security. That is what you call foundation. But all of this moving and shaking, we're going to move in together and pay this 50-50. I be damn about a 50-50. I don't need a 50-50, because I'm going to cover that on my own as long as I can. Why? Because if I ever wake up one day and I don't like you anymore, I'm going to make sure you have a roof to go to, or I'm going to have a roof to go to. I'm never going to coexist with someone that I don't like. It's not fundamentally possible for me. Man, if y'all knew what it's not possible. So I have to protect myself. So even if I get married, unless I get married to the man I choose to get married to, we will never cohabitate. I could be married to a person right now that is trying to hate me, and this person could not like me, and I would still be able to live with them. Absolutely, for the rest of my life, because I know the person's soul inside. When it comes to the basics, the foundation, and certain requirements that are just in there, I could do that forever. I can commit to that forever, because I know one thing about me. I need to be able to sleep, and I need to be able to be safe. If I can't trust you, I'm not going to sleep with you in my home. You may think, I kid you not, I had someone I was with, and I loved the ground this person walk on, but he didn't snore. He didn't snore, so I wasn't comfortable going to sleep. There was a whole, he would tell you a whole, he could promise you that I went to sleep. No, the hell I did not, because I can promise you, I laid down, right on time, honey, because there's no way in the world I'm sleeping a whole night next to somebody who does not snore. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. You have to, and if you do snore, you're not sleeping around me, period. So you already know. But a whole night of going to sleep in comfort and you don't snore, nah, I'm not doing that. I might get up. Just now, my phone, you already know, you don't hear my phone ringing, and my phone is plugged up. It's been up for like 2 days and it's not ringing. But the bill collect, I mean, not the bill collect, them scammers, they must have got a little understanding now, because that whistle was where. But see, I'm gonna lay down next to somebody that don't snore and just say I'm one of them loose women that pick up my phone and be texting all night and whispering and got under the pillow. What do you think is gonna happen? And then if the person doesn't snore, what if this person wants to lay you out this night? They're just waiting for you to go to sleep and you snore, I snore. So I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Mm-mm. And there are so many people. Men, I am proud of you, honey, because I have been seeing some of your homes on YouTube, and y'all are doing a really nice job. I am proud of any man that I can see wake up in the morning and put some love on that stove and make sure he do his breakfast. You know why? Because the truth and light is he won't actually need a woman for anything besides what a woman could do in here, which means all of the extras they are going to be doing together, foundation for foundation, to make sure everybody's secure. That's one thing I love about a certain dynamic of heritage. And there's a few of them, but I don't know all of them. I only know one or two specifically, so I can only speak about that. From the bottom to the top, man and woman has to do the same thing, which means you see that sock on the floor, you're gonna pick it up and put it in the hamper at 9, 10 o'clock at night. You're gonna run the laundromat, the laundry machine. You know, it is what it is. That's why I say I don't care what you have or what you don't have. You need a washing machine. And if you don't have access to a washing machine, because I know people who say, well, I don't have any money. Well, you have a whole lot of money for a whole lot of stuff that you really don't need. You better get that washing machine. That's what you need. But I used the firm to get my washing machine. When I got my sister's washing machine came from Temu. Beautiful washing machine. She was so excited when I plugged that bad boy up. But I believe everybody needs at least a washing machine. I'm so thankful my neighbor came upstairs to ask me, about hooking up her washing machine. And then I asked someone recently, I said, is she using her machine? Yeah, well, thank you, Lord. The girl was going downstairs with them big old piles of laundry, and she needs her machine. Sometimes there's things going on in your home, you need your machine. And at one point with me, I had to, so it is what it is. About 5 people on my floor have a washing machine. So that is really nice because it also helps downstairs for people who need it. They have better access for it if the whole building is not trying to find access to like 5 or 6, washing machines. Anyway, I ran up my mouth too much telling all my business. I'm going to say good night, and I'm going to get up after I eat this potato. Love the potato. Love the potato.